Hello there.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Boy and Girl Thing. I'm Kit Smith, and I'm the author of the book, Let's Meet Our Match, Your Complete Guide to Success in the World of Internet Dating. And on my left, tagging along as she always does,
I'm Cece Schatz.
and she is...
I am the doyenne of relationships. Yes. I help you go through some of the tough times in your life through maybe a relationship loss, divorce. I take you through that transition of dating and building new relationships, friendships. It can be just any kind of relationship. But I help you be strong and make you comfortable in the skin you're in and going through living your best life. And so that's what I do.
And your motto could very easily be, tomorrow is the first day of the rest of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. And it definitely is. You know, so many times when we go through really some unexpected tragedies in our life, and it can be a relationship loss of any sort, it's very difficult to be able to move ourselves through that and then start living a different life. And so that's where a lot of the transition is, a lot of the struggles is, and that's where Going Solo Network is such a great
tool.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you, those of you that don't know about Going Solo Network, and you hear us talk about it all the time, we're going to show you just a really quick little clip of it. And I'm a little bit new at this, so if you'll just bear with me so we can do this for you. Let's see how we do this. So here we are again.
Yes.
So we're trying to learn how to do this so we can do little videos so that we can share them with you. But we wanted to show you what Going Solo Network is all about. We have various groups within our singles community, and we try to connect singles, and that's really what it is all about. So right now, today, you're listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, which is our radio and our TV station for singles. And we're going to kick off our show, which is Boy and Girl Thing.
Yep, absolutely. We have a wonderful topic tonight, don't we?
We do.
This
which is why I'm stalling.
this should really be interesting.
It should be. Okay. When it comes to dating, do age difference make a matter? It makes a difference matter. Did I say that right? Did I get all bogged up? So the gist of it is does our age really make a difference when we're dating?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's hear some of your things.
The article is the age difference between the people,
right?
Not our age difference from when we were kids, and now here we are as, Jesus Christ, senior citizens.
I know.
Oh.
Wait, speak for yourself.
And I'm here to tell you that, in my opinion, my estimation, yes, a significant age difference does matter. And how can it not? How can it not?
I know. But sometimes I think if we embrace our age, I think that we can make it better. You know, we can make our situation better, you know? Because, I mean, let's face it, it is what it is. We're not going to be able to change it, you know? So, what?
Stop sharing. Everything you're clicking on might be showing up.
No, it's not. It's not. He's worried. He's worried about my technology ability. And so if you guys are seeing things you're not supposed to be seeing out there, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes.
Please let us know.
I wanted to share this show on my Facebook page so you guys would know that we're out here talking and everything. So I thought I would just share it really quick. Usually I do it beforehand. So the little tricks of the trade. And so I'm just going to be doing that. So you go ahead and talk about this. why I do this.
Well, in my estimation, that when a guy, and I'm primarily speaking from a guy's point of view. It's
Mhm.
you know, you can take the ladies' side of you later on, but right now, it's primarily physical.
It's always physical for men. Men,
Okay.
it truly is. It's always, you guys are visual. It's always a physical attraction, a physical this, a physical that. Your chemistry is just going, buzzing all the time. Hey, do you guys like our little frame that we have? Yeah, you didn't even say anything about it.
I almost want to think I should be applying some suntan lotion. I know. Putting on some or some sunscreen.
I know. Well, we're in Florida, and I figured, it's getting a little cool up north, so let's
rub it in.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think
which I do a lot on my own personal page for my friends back home.
Well, I'm sorry for bouncing around here a lot. I seem to be. I haven't had my Diet Coke today, so it's my first Diet Coke.
That's probably going to make it worse.
No, it's going to calm me down because I'm like hooked on them. But I agree with what you're saying, because I do think that we all are. I mean, we all are human, and so the physical aspect of a relationship is very vital. It's very important, and so the chemistry thing is going to be. But the article was about really relatability.
Right.
It's like dating someone, right. That it's how many times have you ever heard, and we hear it's very standard, guys will go through a life change or whatever, and so they go and find a younger woman to be with, but the reality is that younger woman, and this is really sad, is because what's happening more and more is they go with this younger woman, but then as this person continues to grow older and older, the younger woman gets bored with him.
Hello.
So there's this relatability problem there. And at first they're hitting it off really good, and maybe he's got some money in his pocket and it makes a difference, but long term, is it going to work?
I can't honestly sit here and say no.
Why not?
Not
what's up to that?
Because there's obviously evidence out there that a significant age different relationship can work. We can see it in some celebrities, and we can see it in other people. But my best friend in the entire world,
mm-hmm.
his wife is quite a bit younger than he is. But they're living happily ever after for well over 20 years now.
Well, here's the thing: is you can be a little bit younger, older. And Janice, I wanted to say hi to you because I didn't want to mess this up and not say hi, because sometimes we get caught in the moment. But thank you for being with us, Janice. And I tell you what, I love you because you're always with us every week. And
thanks, Janice.
You're very loyal to us, and I want to thank you for that. So you're awesome.
But here's,
But here's the thing: is that I think number one, it's the quality of the individual.
Mm-hmm.
Their integrity. And the connection that they've made. I think at the very onset of it, it's also the spice of life. Is that older person. I'm a little bit older, but I'm a very young, older person.
Mm-hmm.
So keep up with me. You may have a little bit of a difficulty
mm-hmm.
if you're really older,
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, when we talked about the other week, when we talked about chemistry, lifestyle chemistry,
mm-hmm.
Different things, different aspects like that, very, very vital, those different aspects of the chemistry. That's what makes a difference, I think, when we are dating people that are not within our age group.
Here's, for me personally, and I guess that's maybe the best way for me to address it. Do I see profiles on a dating website where a woman has sort of reached out to me with a wink, a like,
mm-hmm.
or whatever that particular site has? And am I attracted? Of course I am.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have a handful of pictures on there, and it's like, wow, what a cute girl she is. But my thinking tends to run a little bit more big picture.
Yeah, here it is. Can she make meatloaf, or can her mom?
Or did her mom at least give her the recipe? But more precisely, the idea of, how should I say, levels,
Mm-hmm.
being on the same level with things, meaning that in the course of a conversation, you bring up a historical event, for example, whatever it may be.
Right.
Okay. And you speak from the perspective of having lived through it. Let's say for something real positive,
Mm-hmm.
man landing on the moon. I lived through that.
Right.
It's one of the most exciting periods or elements in my entire life. That happened in 1969. If I meet a woman who was born after that, she has no relation to it, no way to relate to that. Okay, other than maybe what she's read in a history book.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of an example of how, when I say levels, okay, we're not on the same history level.
Right.
Can't be.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be.
Right. Then that's a part of the chemistry that we had talked about. But the thing is that it's that connection. So we so long for,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's really, really vital that we find that connection within our relationship. So whether it be someone that is younger, maybe they're more mature, maybe there's certain aspects that they can give you in a relationship that someone
And
can't.
I'm not going to sit here at any time through the rest of the
But I
night
tell you what,
and say that it can't happen.
No, way,
no how.
no, absolutely. And what I was just going to say is that there are more women. I think more and more women are turning towards younger men than they ever have before.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
It's because of the physical aspect of it.
Yep.
Not the old cliche that women dry up and, are dusty and whatever is not true. Let me tell you, we are very much alive. And so, when you're coming out of a let's say a relationship loss where, your united part was not working.
The physical part of the relationship
was not working.
Yeah.
But women crave love. They crave affection, and they crave that type of a reaction with
attention.
A man. Yeah. And so, and it doesn't have to be sexual. It's just the attention and the loving feeling that we get when a man, is attentive to us.
But the easiest way to demonstrate that is physical.
But here's the thing is, older men are struggling with that. And I think the problem is, and I don't want to say anything, unkind, but I think a lot of it is their, what do you call it, libido, or is lowering. And so because that's lowering, we're still, I think a lot of women are still at that level. And so it's like, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? But it's not, to me, it's not the sexual part of it. It truly is not. It's the loving and consideration that a man can give to a woman. Just simply opening her door and holding her hand.
Plus, an older guy tends to be, how should we say? And again, we're talking in generalities.
Yes, we are talking in general.
Tends to be a little more settled down.
Mm-hmm.
The party animal days are probably not happening anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some comfort in that for women, that they have a dedicated partner who lives a calm life. I'm not saying, couch potato life.
Yeah.
But a calmer life. And many women are very, very comfortable with that. Someone that's easygoing, been through a lot, can speak from experience about a lot of different things, and just.
I agree with that. I think that that's vital, as we're getting older, is we do want, coming from a woman's standpoint, we do want a man that has seen a bit of the world and understands it and is comfortable with where he's at now, so that he's already, hit the bars and done all the stuff that he's already played around, done whatever, but now he's willing to settle down and, be with one woman. And the thing is too, because there's so much relationship loss, and this is just my opinion, but because there's so much relationship loss, when an older man meets a woman and they click, they are connected, they cherish that because they know the pain and the struggles that it took to get them to where they're at. So they have a level of appreciation. If they don't, shame on you, because you know this time in our lives can be just the most wonderful time, you know, and we may have another 10, 15, 20 years left that we can enjoy and be happy and experience and share, you know, different aspects of our lives. So, you know, I think dating when we're older, I think it can be pretty awesome.
Absolutely. It absolutely can. And you'd like to believe that as we've approached this portion of our lives, we're much better at knowing what's important. We're much better at being able to interact with someone and know that they fit. We fit together, as opposed to when we were maniacs in our 20s. Just, you look good, I want you. Okay, we have learned through trial and error, and sometimes bad trial and bad error, that it goes well beyond that to have a great relationship. And now at this point, because of that, we've gotten to this point, we know how to do it. We're better at it. We know what's really important and what isn't, and what doesn't matter anymore.
Well, and again, I think that stems down to moving forward into a new relationship. There's things that we demand in our lives, we want in our lives, and we're not going to settle for anything less. And the old thing, well, I don't know how to treat you, is just not good enough. You know, and so, you know, a man knows how to treat a woman, and if he doesn't, then get out of the relationship, because he's just not into it. I mean, he's going to want to treat you right and treat you well, because he wants to culture that relationship. He wants that relationship to go and to grow, and he should have value. And I think that's the big thing is, I think for men, and this is just me speaking from a woman's point of view, but I think men, if they really are into a woman, they have value for her. They hold her, you know, at a different level, right?
I don't know. And again, I, in my own personal way of looking at things, viewing things, what you're talking about, it almost comes naturally. Once that motor is started, okay, you put the key in, you've started up that motor. I don't have to be told or instructed on how to treat you.
Right.
It's just going to come. It's just going to come from me.
I understand that, and I think that's true. That I do agree with that. The only difference of it is that I think as we're building a relationship together, we have to learn one another. And so you have to learn what's going to work, what isn't going to work. And
regardless of the ages.
Absolutely. That's not an age thing, is it? It's something that we have to learn. And so if you keep doing these things that you know he or she doesn't like,
okay, well,
then you can't expect the relationship to keep on going.
That's the opposite. We're trying to express positive.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying, and usually I am very positive. But
you're usually Susie Sunshine.
I know, but I do feel that in order to have that connection, we have to continue to work at it and make it grow. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, you fall in love, you live happily ever after. I don't think so anymore. I think you have to work.
You fall in love and you live happily ever after for somewhere between 6 months and 2 years. You know, and I really, one of the worst words to me, and the whole idea of relationship building is the word work.
Yeah, I know. Okay? We hate to use that word.
I hate that word when
but it's like happy work. Okay, it's when just looking at my own life, I mean, you know, I was married for, 13, 14 years, whatever. I even forget the number now because I'm so bad about it. But I was married for a long time. And during the time I was married, I was very happy. There was many times. Of course, there was stuff in life, you know, we didn't like or whatever. But I was very happy. I was very content. The work of the relationship really wasn't a problem. I loved it. Everything was really great. It was just at the very end it was hard and it was difficult. And there was a lot of tragedies at the very end in ours. I lost a baby, so there was a lot of things, a lot of difficult situations that we went through, which wasn't all him. So I totally get that.
That usually can make the bond, doesn't always, but it can make the bond tighter because you're experiencing this common tragedy together.
Yeah.
And you live through it, but in your case, it just made it happen.
Well, I don't know if that's all of what it was, because that wasn't the reason that we broke up. I mean, the reason was exterior activities. But the thing is that what I'm trying to bring up is that it wasn't work. You know what I mean? It wasn't like hard work. It wasn't, this relationship isn't going to work. It was actually fun.
When your brain starts to see it that way, work. Yeah. Okay. There's a problem.
Yeah.
There's a problem there. If it's like it requiring you to make effort, okay, to solve an issue or get past something, or there's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I loved my husband. I loved doing things for him.
I know whereof you speak.
I want, maybe I did too many things, I lost myself into the relationship. And so, there's a lot of things that we could talk about with that, but I'm just saying that it was a wonderful experience to have a really great relationship. And mine was very great for quite a long time. So I know what that's like. And so I very much would like to have that in my life, and I would love to have other people have that in their lives.
The best piece of advice that I can think of to throw out there for everyone to consider, okay, and this will cover the work aspect of this and whatnot, is as long as your personal relationship with that other person is your number one priority, period, no matter what. And then that brings in the term, I forgot what I was going to say. It never happens.
What term? What term?
As long as you make your relationship your number one priority, and you are considerate first of the other person's feelings before you act, react, do something, don't do something, as long as you take their feelings and what you know about them into consideration first, you can't go wrong. The relationship has to be the number one priority. Period.
I think that's good advice. I think you did a good job there. So let's get back to our topic, which I know we always go off on a little topic, which I like. I like that we do talk about other things that are, I think, important. But do you think it makes a big difference on age?
Yes.
So you do feel that?
I'm not, and I say that only in the sense that probably in the beginning, we talk about 6 months, 2 years, 5 years. People can be.
So what is the age difference? I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to get to that. Okay. And just about any new relationship, there's some type of a honeymoon period.
And I love that period.
Well, of course, and so does it's after you get past 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, and you take a step back and you look at the big picture and you go, well, what do I have? What do I have here? Okay. And when you take stock and you do your evaluation, if all that comes to you are happy thoughts, well, he's this and he's that, and I really couldn't ask for a better situation, irregardless of the age difference. And now we're making an assumption that the younger person, okay, has the capability to think think through that, think clearly through that, okay? Then you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. It can work. For me personally, what holds me back from jumping off the cliff for a younger woman is I have this image that one morning I'm going to get up and there she is throwing clothes into a suitcase. And I'm going, huh? What? Where are you going, hon? See ya, Pops.
Yeah.
And the novelty.
Mhm. Yeah.
The novelty.
And I have several people in my divorce support group that's happened to. Yeah.
The novelty
very sad.
and the fetish
Mhm.
of an older man has worn off.
Mhm.
And it's like without like a cold shower.
Mhm.
Okay, this baby's over.
Right.
Okay, I just don't feel the same way I did back when we started this journey.
Mhm.
And you're powerless.
I know, and that's sad. So I do agree with you. I'm not going to argue with you this time on it. So I think we're good. We're good to go. I like the relatability of a man that's close to my age. You know, I like that.
That's for me too.
So that makes me happy. But I do struggle with some of the aspects of the relationship because, you know, as I said, I'm an outgoing kind of person. I'm, you know, active, and so, you know, getting a little bit more into my age group, some of them tend to be not really wanting to be as active, and it's a shame because I'm not like overly active, but you know, so I guess you just have to find you know, a place that works for you, you know, and just keep going at it. The thing is if you truly love each other, you respect each other, and you want each other to be happy, and you work towards making the other person happy,
and
they make you happy.
And the relationship is the #1 priority,
right.
Period.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Keep your priorities straight.
And that can require some level of sacrifice.
Absolutely. Well, it's
okay.
with anything that in a committed
relationship
is going to be.
If you can step back and say
compromise.
If you can step back and you can come up with a list of all the positives about your partner, okay, and say, gee, you know, okay, fine, I want to do this, but nah, but he's so important to me.
Yeah.
All right. And I just really like what we have, and I like the way things are going, and the future looks terrific. All right, I'll skip it this time.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to go, and this has been a great show, I think. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Cece Schatz.
I'm Kit Smith.
And you're listening to the Boy and Girl Thing on WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We are your singles connection, radio and TV. Bye for now. We'll see you next week.